Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Baltimore Ravens. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Jackson on 1st down. And his first pass is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Jackson. And some room to roam now. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And they'll run it here. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And they'll go on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Third and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch twist. Watch twist. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Silver, silver. 31's the mic. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson from the shotgun. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Solomon Thomas able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10. So first and 10 now from the 30. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Rolling, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December.
Yeah, more football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Throwing is Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
No. Check. Patriot.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
First red zone chance now for the Ravens. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Detroit!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. You end up having to take 3 there.
And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. They run. This is Scarborough. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Complete to Hilton. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Wentz now on first down. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now they'll run it with Scarborough. Oh, he pulls over it. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wentz now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun. Wentz finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Naeem Higgins, his first carry. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Into the red zone. Wentz. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what?
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. This is Scarborough. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Let's go, Greg.
Now Scarborough, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Bo Scarborough with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Colts are in for 6. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Watching that, Barney.
A run by Mack to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Jackson on second down. Flushed out right. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Around the NFL, an update from a game going on down in Tampa. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved down to an early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Mack on the toss. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Leopard! Leopard!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second and goal from the 6 this time. They'll give it to him up the middle. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. And another timeout taken by the Colts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Ravens are in for 6. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And the Colts coming out now. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
A gain of 3, second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal Get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Straight 15, straight 15.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Throwing on first is Wentz. Finding some room at midfield. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. From the gun, it's Wentz. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wentz again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tim Williams, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Looking deep for Hilton. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. On 1st down, Wentz. Open man is Switzer complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line. Did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll run for it with Bo Scarborough. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Aguayo's kick is good. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They go play action here on first down. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Good chip.
And they'll run it here. And they'll get this down to the 10. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a fourth and goal. And Aguayo able to knock it through. And they take the lead here by 2, 12-10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. Again on second and 10, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like 2 well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. just know where to go, where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
The Ravens on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is third down and 12.
Gun!
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
That's taken inside his own 40. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Looking around the league from Raymond James Stadium, they're in the third quarter in Tampa. And it's the Falcons that have just added to their lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz. They'll roll it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the 1st down marker.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and pick it up with Scarborough. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Flush to his right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. To throw is Wentz. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And this one caught by Max Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And they'll go on the ground. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Back now in Baltimore.
Leopard! Watch him now, Barney! Check.
Play action. Now Jackson. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a toss play. This is Mack. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Leopard!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The fullback dive held up short. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when you talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down with about 95% chance of winning.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Brashad Perriman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Aguayo able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Detroit! Detroit!
And on the ground they go with a running back. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Play action. It's Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. There he goes, right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Now it's Jackson. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bifino Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Wentz. But he's got his man Hilton. A good pickup there at 22. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. To throw, it's Wentz. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Hines. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Hines on a toss play. And a short gain down to about the 33. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Let's go.
It's Scarborough again, and he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And Aguayo's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Jackson. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup. And another timeout taken by the Colts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain of 32 that time. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. One last shot for Jackson, and he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And the Colts are going to recover the football. And that should be enough to get them home. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Colts, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.